day of the new month in the new year, January 2025, and it is a big day, the constitutional day, a day we are to observe because Ghana will be exercising its constitutional mandate or democracy to inaugurate the president and the vice president elect. And this was done, the election last year, the declaration also last year. And on the 7th day, according to the 1992 Constitution, is where we swear in, where the president and then the vice takes the oath. And officially, they take over the realms of affairs, the keys to government. So the Flagstaff has also be handed over to the president-elect. Yesterday we had a dissolution of parliament, and it was a great crossover. I know many of us stayed up to watch proceedings in parliament. So it's another day here where we are marking history, where we are going to hear from our people. When I say our people, I mean well-meaning Ghanaians who believe this day is bringing some freedom to them. This song has been trending since yesterday, and I've been asking which freedom is coming. We've been given freedom long ago. Well, many believe we have a new freedom coming in. So today, I don't know what this day means to you as a person, but thanks a ton for choosing this dial, Global 105.1. My name is Joyce Jijoafola. Stay on and we bring you the holiday edition, all right? So let's put it that way of the Global Morning Show. Is it going to be the last one? The last one? Or you think it's worth it that we observe this day? So we stay at home at night before we observe proceedings. We watch what transpires in Parliament till the next day. So we are here. We'll bring you a few discussions, and we'll be taking you live or bringing you a live feed of the swearing in of the president-elect and the vice president-elect far away in Accra. So before we get to what has been happening, we have a lot to share with you. A lot have happened, press releases upon press releases, all getting to the special day today. And so today, let me have some, I have some motivational messages here to share with you. We're still talking about New Year. When we enter a new year like this, we have these things we keep in our minds. We want to turn a new leaf. We want to be of a good behavior. We want to do this. We want to do that. Let's also not forget our health matters a lot. So if there are certain things that you used to do last year that was not beneficial to your health, do well to have some balance there. So our motivational message this morning is saying that keep watering yourself. We have some points here that as individuals, as someone who would want yourself to be healthy, to have your physical mindset to be healthy, then you need to feed yourself by watering it with good thoughts, good people, patience, empathy, healing, hope, open mind, kind words, self-belief, acceptance, and love. These are the few words you need to keep watering yourself with. Having love, accepting faults, accepting everything. Self-belief, believing in yourself. Kind words, always speaking good words to your own self. Have an open-minded, don't narrow your thinking, don't narrow the mind. Always have an open discussion, allow for views, and have some hope, a healing. Get healed quickly. It's important. Don't just keep blaming yourself if there are problems or when failures come. Don't keep, accusing yourself, but get healed as soon as possible. Then empathy, all right? So empathize with people, empathize not too much with the things, but it is important that you empathize with people. You empathize with your own self because your own self matters. Nobody cares for yourself more than you do. And exercise some form of patience as well. Have good people around you and always have good thoughts. Whether this year is going to be a tough one, believe it's going to be good. When you wake up each morning, say something good to yourself. Show yourself some love. Exercise patience. Don't be too hard on yourself. And the people you associate with must also be good people. You must know the kind of people you have around you. They go a long way to help you or destroy you. So that's a piece of motivational message bringing to you from us here in the studios of Global 105.1 FM. Show is live on Facebook. You can join us. You can watch live and share with us what you make of our discussions this morning. It's all about discussions, just as we started yesterday. And today, at least, you have a good news to share with all our listeners from the Ghana Water Company Limited. People are already having water flowing through their taps and some are not, because what happens is that after completion of work, you have to take some time, a few hours before the water gets to our home. So work has been completed. Yesterday, our reporter was at the Peve Headworks together with the PURC director. He promised to visit to get first-hand information. And spoke with the regional production officer engineer Ni Amo, and I'll bring you that audio together with Mr. Philip Agbazudo, the regional director of PURC. So work has been completed, and be rest assured that pretty soon you have water flowing through your taps. You know how the system is. Amedo or you the distribution lines or some people, some areas, no matter what, they have water flowing through their taps. They would have to feed a feeder before so so still I saw some people with their pans, their gallons on the streets this morning. But I'm sure by close of day tomorrow, yeah, anomokpokpo mebe amesia mekule akpo chita nuchocho ikecho echido pagbo echo ivayi hede fiebe yowo ewu edonu edo ike heva jeyo inye machine ike kona the raw water echieke home down echie sigbekwa akwako gede emo ike daneme voape wadomi agbo hena miape zazan benemi zene miaton ano de dieda eya untie kuhi ade kudo hona nume de mi kude unti bemenye de yoko wonu anyi henodo mo kpombene wa agbele kebo yo wa for de hafi ova eva joalia gake yike nyo lenyawa enye le yo kata me enya defu ya ba gake ogbelebe ne yodota flache defu de mauta gake yo wu edonu ye mokpokpo kwenye be echi atekpele amesia mekule pe apemedo le yi enwentoji. All right, so bring you still a few biography. Started that yesterday, and a short list of MPs with you here from the Volta region. If we had some new faces joining, I would get to know later here on the show. And there's this release again, the presidential directive on the MMDA chief executive appointment, and they are vetting. and so the first set of appointments to the office of the president-elect. We have that also in the public domain. What do you make of those leads, those names on the first set or the release? Talking about the first set of appointment people that the president-elect would have to start working with before we have the MMDAs or the MMDCEs also joining. We do not want to, I think we do not want to experience what we experienced in the second term of President Nana Addo Dankwa, the former president, almost the former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes, he's former, right? So the Earth Parliament has been dissolved after the swearing in ceremony anyway. He will soon be the former president. So when they are able to expedite with this process, we would also have them occupying their various offices, the district offices, the municipal offices, and the metropolitan offices for work to begin. Okay, we'll take you also to the portals and read to you a few headlines and as well some details, and then we'll take you as far back if the time permits us, reminding you of some speakers that have occupy the parliament, presiding over the members of parliament since 1993 till now. That is from the days of a Gold Coast era. We'll bring some to you and remind you of we going to deal with only 60 ministers. Remember, it's only 60 ministers. And I used to understand that it's includes the regional ministers as well. Does it mean that we're not going to be having deputy ministers? Well, the show is just starting. Analysis will get to share our thoughts and views with you. But how we normally do it, maybe I should hear from you on today's ceremony. It's a great one. Many of us have not followed this proceedings in the past, and starting yesterday or from the election period where we were preparing towards electing the president and our parliamentarians till last night and this morning through to afternoon and the close of day. We have been monitoring events, we have been following keenly and sharing in our thoughts, everything that happens. But so far, we understand the transitioning has been smooth, has been a very smooth one, according to the president-elect, when the outgoing president, handed over the keys of the office of government to him. So let's say Flagstaff House or the Jubilee House, whichever way you want to call it, handed it over to him yesterday. And he said, I hope we will not hear another thing later on, that it has been a smooth process. I'll hear from you shortly. This is still the Global Morning Show. 6:44 is our time. Thanks for staying on. 7th of January 2025, a day many have been working towards. The day is finally here, and we're going to once again experience culture diversity. We're again going to see the display of colors. We're again going to see unity displayed, where we are all going to be in one spirit, following what is happening in Accra. If you will be attending, we say stay safe. And if you want to watch from home, please watch everything and put yourself to it and feel what's happening right here at the Independence Square. Anyway, so yesterday, from discussions that we had here concerning the day today, where we understand there's going to be a dissolution of parliament, yes, that has happened. We'll have the speaker be swearing by the Chief Justice, that has also happened. We have the MPs being sworn in, the two deputy speakers. Well, menyaba medo mi kpo wona opete ha medo che I don't love it. I got for get it. I don't love it. I got for get it. I can opete me wona a jinwe apart from a few things, and those things, are bound to happen. Oma allow for the say the neto me sigo. Like le opete me the si ande ezo nwi de le zame do opete. There could be some delays, you might call it, but again, it was their time, it was their day. Ike wo owa le parliament as kaka mietrog bacho gawi de kemo to trog over parliament hena dodo anyi no, and then the 12:05 and mamle you go here leg benkeki aji wo pete wo yiji mamlento yaha ava ayeji enye wako atam kaya akwako de zokpolola asi eye wa akodo dasi na okpakple pekpere untoto he eyenye egben keke ayo ganye constitutional day dukpolola ikele jojo fifia yede nenem nkeke tohe ya tome ke babia do chole yibe egbe anye mamlento a. Well, should we focus on amending some of our holidays? Well, we leave that to this government. But what I want to hear from you, and once again, to remind all of us about Miape Chinyawa, I'll come back later and give you a vivid report on it. New Yorker Tan Hekude don't know what they have been doing. Yesterday, I also tried together with my other colleagues. We visited the office here before my other colleagues also went to the Peve head na alebena dokuo eyemi bia na alebena dokuo eyemi bia be mi apede no no doji kpola kwa mesia me ike akpo gomele wana mekwa na wa cooperate with directive yokata wa ana be no siano ne wa azonwe ne wota mesusu menyoa eke mami aglo na obe ne na atno afeme alo mega terete fia no mi jibe no sia de na zonwe be mi akwa bu eyi over eyi le akodada vo megbe yo mi apenya selao da egbe first speak out segment vi kemia vi komia awo eye mia agede nuva vande yo mia jibe mia hedego wanyanku dojinu na mi opete yenye be egbe nkeke tohe wo wanyena wo abe amerike ike gale agbagba odome a witness another swearing in le egbe nkeke ajia leke wole naudo leke nekpo nkeke le nkeke fe vava eye do kode de miape duklola pasi alo meiko tia be wanye du kokpolola majiji kwa miaje yobe du kokpolola eye mia yo the first female vice president ya chemia tekole eyo sigbe ma agajiji kwa aga popo yi wogale miango be mi ayowa mega hejijio. So what does this day actually means to you as a person? What do you make of the day? Linke kiel koko yi de eduo pokpolo me ntonto. Eya enye nkeke yi. Ela begbe ya mi atekple 4 years ehlen. Boho odakona voa ehozi on this 7th of January 2025. Yenye dukpolo nkeke gbanto mi aje khalen ka wavado 2028 afima mi agate play dodo bubu wo hena akodada ba medeche ne wagava akpolo dukona mi. So briefly from all of us as Ghanaians, not as citizens, not spectators, you polo wana odo pepepe eyi ape wo play yo mi wo fero fa ya me nyabe mi amero mi epe yo va ito chene mi be mi fonu le nu a nyata fonu le nu me mi ake mi amede oche a wa be eke anye zigbanto ike mi ekonku fo de nenem nu wo ya o me vevie de wonto tanende la sio ejibe ya makpele mi to he kude gben keke awunti aton ayo mi fa kapo jesie vi alomokoko vi de ko mi awo egbe ikebe miaza only in the MTN line akwakwa wodo tohea egba enye constitutional day egba enye the swearing in of the president elect and the vice president elect. The dopete for parliament, first government business, owenu, onu anyo wa wenu wevo, and then after the swearing in, the house to be adjourned. Then I was suspended. Then me akpoda be chiewe wa keke kai wa gbo ava anwanyi hena edo to hewata egbe pete ya fe jedodo pete ekude amerike de ke yiwo pomo nu popo be yiwa ano to fe de ka evedo ale du popolo fe nyawo mede asi be Ghana na waga ano afo veji benuo waga anyowa mia hede kade do fe nko adogwe nami eye mia hla amado ha wo fe unti nyawo mia nya fi wo fa zone zozo wo chu aba medeka o ene na nye be yi ye hede monami mia gede emma o me kata na mi ple nu chocho vovo yo cho presidency dongo today pardon hemie esebe ona medo pardon ple bubu osia about some 11 other people chokpede eyo cho the president elect office hu ha mia ahe opete avenami eye mia cha enusi le won vide afi mia ko egbeto ako awuenu eye mia na mia asenu yokata ele jojom le genu to ame tebe penya sala. What do you make of the day? Mejibema adake dime be the 7th January fair constitutional day, should it be scrubbed or not? But we want to leave that to Ameyo Akpo Agbalame Agbobe, should it be maintained or we should take it off? Egbe nyen keke tohe na Ghana to go. Leke wole tohe now abe du me vi ene. Do koko de asina du klola kulefe un pere un tore. Leke nkeke ya ekoko eke dawe 0247900764 enye miape kapo jesi ataflache mia aza miape MTL line jako taflache mia aza miape MTL line jako tami edo taflache mesia mekenu wa gble nulea ne wa ahwe na mi sigbe ta 0247900764 manama se unko le egben kekiaji leke wo call it to head nawe leke ko fo leke ko no zame kaka mi akoko wu egbe nkekianu yato hekai ano asio na du mevio eyike du pokpolo penkekie eva egbe jie mi eje nkeka o khlem alo mi aje nkeka o khlem twe egbe lo gbe mi adon kwejibe ehodua eka taumbe ya awake ya protect no kama ya defend ekama ya wona dume viole elewolo alo melewo egben keke ajie mia aga awo nenem wonama jajrado leji mvuvu echoche mi kwobo sole halo america fufu america de kedo ogere wona tepe ewa agbedodora Ghanaians and prayers well the good book says we should pray without season so ame yo fete hewa woto la jame ewa nuchichi do dongo hena wona fewo ame yo che hedo hede doe hewo eche mi opete mi obe ewo do o na ma senko ele pocho egbenke kianu eyi mele mi asi egbefu na be mi akomi ko idege le eyi nwentoji ta eyi vika no mi asindia eya jako mi amma kpelemi egbenke kia enye January 7 evado eikene wako dadavo the next one you are expecting enye be wade edo asina ameike netia eke netio metio dulesi ebe ameike amegbogbo to nya dasireji kwa helebe wade do asine abale ike ko wone efe yuva yimeneta egbenke kia lewo le ogbo abedumavi ene hello good morning.
Hello, Study Joe.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Hey, Fokomla.
Mamio, ele, e fonam segre, we the car to fiero me yomuro.
What child do they me?
We the car to Christmas the New Year. And I'm on what to futa me kwamuro. Yo,
Bessie.
yo akpe, mazaman papa ma do be Global FM to la punya sara fetin dia. Bet bela Ghana dijo Ghana de mi Ghana tojo. Be Yesu Kristo be baba velia le Ghana la. Evado. Egbon le des digbe. Nya ka me ma gboro egbon le me diko poro la ya ho chia hemi da kona ho du jire egbon le des digbe Ghana tofete nya for we are in a high hope and very optimistic bella after the swearing la ada for the cover o dem ya me didu ko ko egbon ya me Ghana ga sa je ma biaro logic ti afi na Akufo-Addo come ya me Ghana ga hela Friday ko le kokoi da me gbere ebe ni ma residence the mama kwale siwa akwa demya museum anya tourist sightseeing na memya Africa and diaspora and over tatafa wanyen popo na wewa because Nana Akufo-Addo is the only president ever for the corner day come the corner gala play esipivalati no he nkuma kwa ko do kuzino no nami ko do kuzino no nami kwa sere no wow pé Israel pé ó la fúlọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kọ́ wa bẹ́ẹ̀ àtúkàtì dìrà ẹ̀ mẹ́tẹ́ àtúkàtì dìrà ẹ̀gàmọ́ fẹ́ dẹ́ ẹ̀rọ mi kọ́ ẹ̀rọ mi fẹ́ Nana Akufo-Addo nẹ́nyẹ́ nyàánà kọ́ ẹ̀kpọ́rọ́ ní àmẹ́sọ̀sọ́ wẹ́. láti dọ̀ ẹ̀dí bọ́ pọ̀rọ̀ jù yà.
ẹ̀dọ̀ ẹgbẹ̀yọ̀ lẹ̀ dọ̀ dá sí gbẹ ẹ̀ta nẹ́nyẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní yóò kàtà àhìá ẹ̀bẹ̀ nẹ́wọ́ àwọ̀kọ̀ àmìà ànà mọ́kọ́kọ́ mẹ́bẹ́.
mílẹ̀ mọ́kọ́kọ́ mẹ́ mílẹ̀ high hope mẹ́.
Eyiwo wa ade miajia mile mokoko me fokomla akpe fokomla you are indeed in high hopes. All right, so we can try the telecell as well 0203766500. Hello, good morning.
Like me phone number.
Me for say me check body.
Christopher you talk got me kwete.
Akpe.
Jijo nyegba abe won to won ko enbe jijo. Jijo popo ni kada won kuna cho dia o ma do dukro kala Ghana popo dukro la over subola po am bla voreke vice president Olobovo prime minister Olobovo former president Germany former president Krabaro Dion Kra egben keketon am susio jijo gava ta fabete yolo gava yen popo nto eyi o ga ngoro nko be o ga gbon na Olobovo e cho za kra ba ma bu ga president bu o ga gbon na ka United Nations to ba me do gbona o yi to mali kleto soja wo ye gbadagbo o to rokusi yo ho ba ro tu komo abana na okpona na la mama ta nu ka bia ya bia ma be jogbanu ni benu yo ka owo bayi na ga wo wi ya America na ga ba refure kenil aba tutula onye ni ke da ameyo ba ko no ta faru ko ba na ire soro fa amobete ovono aha na be agbe nchuma ejba mobete na gatro gbova fi atangbe nchuma ta nedo dukrola yeye mo kula kokwo ko va nta pokpoba na do motareji ona gbejiji plela mase owonu ike ube awo na ga to meji na jema ema glo no viola abeji amororo ame oruru ma o odokpo me ni o ko gbera ni ni ko jojo no dagba no dino dare na dumevio darani fi aka anyi gba susu aka suso o dadra la asenta na kwelosi ita gana ta prekma dalike na ba ina te ba ndokuju wu biare le gete na jorolo abraka cha achikumala nyama de bima le eni fatratic afma achikoli na ba mlonia o drobete le ho no jagba no kwe no tu koreji no ba ho be so ba ina ministry liritetua la champion wale anofima ojiajo ode no ko yigba mo bete na mi no to onyo no wai agbama anyi gboro gbo no player akunto ma apena mi
yo me yo petrol fe petrol ngbo mele wa lo meji ya ajra mi ya fe jiji me fi o baba po. Hello, good morning.
Egbe enye ji chon keke ga na mi na mi apo ji jo la be keke ga to mi do keke ga sa tu mi keke ga sa tu mi na mi apo ji jo la be keke ga to mi do ndia mi adakpe na foto Yesu bena be nkeke ya ke mi no mokpomuna mi no nkeke okhle ma eva go ni kplo hasi sister jijo nyekpi we kpele mi kata woge ye wonu nyowe kata le woge be dukonanu nyo gana to kata duko tuge ami okoko gado do onu wo pobo yo wo do de amam fuma makpo no wo do ve vide bena dukona unka na wa duti be do kisi akemi du kisi evele akemi ko bo atencha du ntinla mo ko do ko gana oku na no fima ko na zuma 05 bi odina na bia obe certificate la si wa bia muta enyama maga no nyu yeta amioko le do ko ma no do pe amovo vidodo ya me pete ke tu du tabu bu va gbetao ke ma du ko kata va no ko fa ha won be da apanawo be ni ga je gana fa azolia tutu goma tu agba ni le ka bia mele nya ya muganto memele meji regional minister Kenya Amadorula DCU bete ka no go ti mo so fun to ma o municipal kaka ko yele amuganto ma wo wo do pe du mafio be mi atudua be na do na chi de ji wo da chi de dokito jiji gbo be na mi atudua le la mo sesema ni kata na jojo la kata ha ni won aleke mi o ne na mi pon gbogbo de fi de mo so mi kwa ni gbele na ni mi dawude mo nyo toji be na ko na de so ai den gogba nya nya de ka pe ku mo ji be ai tele jijan be amadele abuganemi the Capital Bank ibara se fufu ga gbogbo lo sisa jujo na matremo na dam na moji ga gbogbo mo die ho ko ga gbogbo presidential party ne a ni ma se gbo mo tututu na nya ate fa lala pa na ma nya ala ba ga ma su gba tin sa du ko alo sisa jujo
yo ga popo de o megbe a nchochocho dukulofe ebe enene mo na meyi ji o
Amado ofa de magbonyani o nenu ne ma tutu no so me nya me no so bo mu ra sile nti o la ato joga kanu bo ga da sile mama nwela ela be mi ati di kola ya ba ko ga ma le sakoko tutu ko nya ko yin ya pe kala sile nti ya nya we so na we le do mu lo gana no ma gbetegbe amen
for McLean akpebe gede mi aji eji ha vivire chena mi. Okay, ta nenema komia wa vide ko akwa sede afi eye mia agawa nkudodo pele enu ngolode oyiwo edodongo. Hello, good morning.
Yo, saji jo okay.
Ekwe kelo.
Do garewa.
Mi o chele todom.
Egbe ya be mi be mi nyabe o le mi ro dikola ye do jibe. Ya be te ko la si gbarangbe. O chele mi cheme la mere chele me. Buko mama gboro ne mi avota to wenye be igede ne mi choko mbe vota le megbechi ti tape vota le megbechi e de wecho mi antom nya pad gbeno no voni ye yo ele mi antom mi avota to e so na e ya le fude akan mi ma gboro be ne be ti amede ne vota region o to vota region ne tunku me tonewa
Nous répétons que les miens le vote original. Ma problème n'y a pas d'issue ministre. Man, nous m'appelons à mia wento ya la wa ya mele no wepo. Na donc ji na nyenu kata pe ne ba mere he be to origin ke o. Ka kele dore wani mi me ya dugbe mi lore. Me nyenu e bele mi anwa. Me nyenu mi anto mi le be bele mi ba jumo wa. Me ko nya be no nya we ka kere. Le ke am me ma he ajo le power atafu ya ko gboro le. Egbe ma ji be minister he chi egbe ni mi o le a. Me nya nyi de be me nya minister go nyi nya o. Me nya gberudu ano me ya nyi nya o. Ne ma tenwi ko no cha o ma tenwi o. To gbeji ne nyebo chi a minister de o chi a disi de. No le nkonye se nyi nya me ka ji asire to togbo. Na si to ji o be weyere na nya nyi de be do be na bawa. Okay, to pete nya mi le region me. E ya be na wa. Regional minister e do mo ganga ke to le pete a popo be o we nemi. Regional minister nya be airport ko tu nemi de. Popo be airport e wa do me le sho be ma ma e va ko airport ko me ya nton ko airport ko be nemi. Ka ke himbe me nya mi ore. Nya ko be airport awa do mira lo ma wa do mira airport awa do mira mi akole fi nya no function da. Egbe le mi chi adisi o chi adisi nemi de. E wo disi ke chi agbole ya. Popo be gologui ma o ko te ke George Mfojo he de dal da brave gologui o le mo ke to te ho ta dana ire ta ko tareji de gota ne na ko ta dareji nemi
All right.
e ya ta le fi ko mo ku ku ye wa we di si pe do e da pe ne John Captain Fojo me da pe ne Divine Boxing da pe ne Mr Kotobisa yo we nya me to ki to he wa do o chi ari nye view he ni me po to so ho wa ka ti a nya no te di tenu mele minister ke ji wa bari abana do ko to ji olo ta ji jo wele do wa
Yeah, chair.
na une premium
Indeed, we are expecting a whole lot of things. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Sister John.
Yes.
You ever as the papa de kaji.
Okay, where's all?
You me do bena and this to kata the president elect, vice president, play executives who kata the NDC me, national executives and the branch executives. Sister John. And ye hemele no pona fifila le unti kanya yala. E jigade le nyejo. Be mi abe president who elect. America to political no me experience the sufferings of the Ghanaians. Ugugagova bene ya gava donu doa enye abama de kanenia me courage now ndi ebe 100% la ele do me.
Okay.
Ame sia me ke wa dade no fe de sia de la enye me kwede me 100% bede ame nyo bete wa wodo enye expert ke me to de honi ba ji ke me le no pona afisi la me le ready be ma wodo kula me sia me ta ebere wo le amega dade eziejia enye ma fa me no fe ma fa me ta popo ne no play eyama vice president.
All right.
NDC duokata amesia me hele tuama. Benya kwedeme. Amesia me ho nya tiakula, nya kwedeme, nya wodo kula amesia me. Betu nenyo, bete kwede ne fade na bune muno. Akpe nawe.
Akpe Isaac Papa. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Malam Misa.
No, unimi. Ma do apoye ye pare jo banmi now.
We're doing now, huh?
Eba burami vie. Akpe. O gba me ko va zro na.
Akpe na mau.
Oh, enyo ka tana ko dare tuma. Anya se. Kero ko nya ado gbarare nya ko prola ye ye lata. Be epo nu ka tana e jacho. Ma un tone na la mese. E mare ke ma ga ti dine. Nu bele la nya hunta. Ta Body Queen Fian, my boo, Apple, Yawel Doyi.
Yo, Akpe Kaka, Bohane Gede Kaji Nami, Hogbank Kanyanke Katohena, Ghana to call a Hemeno Lao. Afe viento hame yopete no mokopome halo he watatia be ameike wa ado ziji ole doge ziji abeka be yo kwa pe jimeji jo galewu Egwen Kekia, like okay now. Hello, good morning.
Good
Papa,
morning.
Tomalafu.
Daga aya agwaka
Okay.
you apai now aba
We now
madogo
ha.
fia pakatamu ka apai now
You
ni
we
oba
now ha.
jiji ni ji na la pemere pure efe ba majibo na jeji no
Amen.
nsang na ba bora jiolo akpa
You.
ni kunya majibo magbo nya ba agba o nya ba president former president Roger Jiji magbo ba ya angodola ogble ba amarak magachi jimu ni gbojiri ni blauku amamari eno fuma hapo o dopota anya lu gangu gade no fere karakara kaku onu naso ka amo da dagare no po ya maji recruiter jilara ko o to ya ba o de recruiter jilara ku yo mi tina onu ma aw demonstration aw tuturura kaba ta mi agbo aba amule ngo ha ogbonya be duko na ta ingo amaju ha tunadu eduma via tunadu ta mere kuno daura sfare mo ga lo kito jo o bo fo mo to mo do rekore o ba no popo ba na fi
Okay.
ina ade na fna ma ba duko ne kana ko ba no na mako mi le power for mi la opposition ta amlo da do gbogure do mo no ko lowe o bo nko na ti anyi e po ba mfojo bo nko ha ti anyi ko jo bisa divine vantory ma ba ke ma atolo o do ya ma fo botari me ye ba mele NGC mota o do e ha we to da to ta ya gbara ba mi o ga ba ba ga do lu ma bo lu bo do da si ba du ko na ta so ngo ya o le do yi se
Akpakaka mioche miawele doji miawele nywe jimna duko polo like wa dozi ji ple duko pete pakple efe mo kata. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Agbama Kajijo.
Okay, kobladwe.
Yeah, Nyawela Dojikataka.
Mio ha.
Abba Nyanya Ramarakana, Nyoso Badidura, Neba, Msiang Meiji Safare. Ye Dutato Vuvuyuka, Vaba Rovakbo, President Ye Adofa Ha, or Trot the one of all the dealers.
Amen.
And then came a Jimena Naglo. Ma Jitu Messia Mayuka. Bonara Doris, ya the moon of girl, the Copuala Mahama, clear. But one young at the Fatula, woman, the Quito Gila. Alabama Punana for foreign parliament. Tammy Cat is Tokon, Nasa, I swear,
Speaker.
Napa speaker. I'm not seeing that you could do. Le Tokonu Hasi Yapana Dodroma Vad Gagio, Yamana Lusuay and Tona. Tama, the Majito, the Corporation Yapa, Amatacha, the Ixiba, Water, Afo you come and yes to Raya, the motor na awi na dukona kana kuchikura wunchi ta dagbara ko yenyeji no pete yeji mawufa amanuva na masiama ta agba nikata mi adobara usia una jafia toja gatovo ye utiama o pete vole vito yuka anya fluji jobona ba la file au central egaba miano monitor mbe o first door nchi ye mama clean gbo na mi o du meji o hanye gbo ma ba iri akola so na mi awo ikene ndi ya to ha na mi anu boss mu na mi o awe bere to tro yito ava gana na toro ngo abagana na nketa manenyo
Akpe enkeke ame nenyo na wo ha. Miako yoyo asede afi. Oh, okay. Wow, mamlento lakpaya. Hello, good morning. Yeah.
C'est ça qu'ils ont dit au.
Prometo.
ako fo ban chichi to re kaji
Yo. Me dog benachi to topete. Where's all?
wasi sitaji jo nya esenalo
Yo, for now, chill.
sitaji jo nde ka komedibe nya Ghana to mi awo this the second the third republic eike kokoro kusi nono adodo tonami komi kuma ko gbanto president kon ba ko velia etonlia ya medibe no àwọn àgbàlẹ̀ tsomi àgbàlẹ̀ no àwọn àgbàlẹ̀ tsomi dẹrẹ the going government fẹ́ dọwọ na o pété le history nínú mi àti le Ghana kẹmẹ náà mẹ va de eziedi nọ fẹ de they will read this history eya kòmẹdé bẹ yàwó mọ̀nfàmùtìfàfà na gbàgbọ́ na Ghana le president elect akpẹ́nàmì.
Yo, akpe benegede miaji. Eye chitoto yo katan le todoma mi edo gbetohe na kula me se le todo micho e ho fe gologu yo kata jele ho nko ya mi edo gbetohe na mi mefa wana ele Facebook live aton ado wo gbeda si wo do de mi to afuma ha ale ike ne kpocho egben keke anti wo di medide alo wo mo popo na ameiwo akpo gome le edukpɔkplɔ ƒe ɖoƒe vovovoawo menye edukplɔla kple ƒe kpeɖeŋutɔ dza koe wɔna dɔ ke boŋ wɔ atsatia vovovowo da ɖe ɖoƒe vovovoawo hena asi kpekpe ɖe dɔ nu ale yi ke wòtse ne bui be wòava anɔ miage ɖe me nyuie eye miava kpɔ mɔmefiawo hã ƒe nyawo ɖa ŋkɔ kawoe enye mese ɖeke o menya ɖeke o ake ka ya va do nya yiwo katã woanɔ mia sia meka ɖe dzi be le ɣeyiɣi nyuie ŋutɔ dzi ne ŋkɔ va do vɔ pete watatia pete ɖe mia akɔ miaƒe nya tɔxɛwo agakɔ na eya ɖeka gake gbetɔ va wɔe be eyi na ame gbogboawo pete miawɔ lãmesẽ nyawo mikɔ miaƒe dzeɖoɖo wɔna kɔ se ɖe afii eƒo ga 100 miniti vi enyi tututu dzedzadzudzɔ aɖewo le dzi yim hena wɔna tɔxɛ yi ke le ŋgɔ na mi abe Ghana dukɔ ene dukɔ vovovowo ƒe dukplɔlawo wo ge ɖe mia dome ame yiwo nɔ ge tsɔ wobe me traffic vie nɔ ayɔ several diversions efia be ege ŋutɔ mle nɔnɔ ge butubutu ke miame yi ko le fia mianɔ miaƒe aƒewo me akpɔ nu yiwo ayi edzi miale ŋku ɖe tanya vevi aɖe ŋuti le egbe miaƒe lãmesẽ me nɔ miaƒe akpadze. We are going to have health now, and my guest is already with me. Yesterday we were with you, and me elenkude healthy life. Today we have another topic to educate you on. Segment on the topic assisting the aged and vulnerable. So why would this be a topic for us to discuss this morning? We have Ruth Aminatu Anyinkade joining us from the Whole Municipal Hospital. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I hope to see you too.
All right. So while we're discussing assisting the aged and the vulnerable, why is it important for us to have that discussion this morning?
Yeah, this discussion has become very important this morning because of the numerous encounter that we have with the aged and the vulnerable that are left alone to their fate to seek for medical attention. So when you say the aged, some people could tell somebody who is above 65 years, and some have gone to even group them as a young old, which can be taken from 65 years to 74, and some to tell you middle old, like 74 to 85, and then those who are above 85 as old. And the vulnerable too can be termed as a person who needs a special care, protection or attention that may be due to disability, age or ailment. Yes, so such individuals, they will need assistance when going to the hospital. When we come to the old age, doesn't mean that when somebody is 65, like the age I've mentioned, by all means, like you need to always assist them. But when we take them into control, somebody can be 65, but like the health status have deteriorated, and the person is weak and has encountered a lot of things. The person cannot go. Somebody can be 80 years, but yet the person can go alone because the person is up and about. So therefore, I'm about to mention some problems that normally associated with old age. And when that happened and we left them alone to go, it is a bit of worry. When one is aging, with time, some of them encounter hearing loss, like impairment, so like they cannot really hear things well. So when they go alone like that and they are giving instruction, some are shy to even ask, what have you said? So they just assume that like they've understood it. So they go to the house and do what they think is right, which really doesn't help them. And some too, with time, they may be having cataracts and then refractive errors, which are conditions of the eye. It tends to affect their vision. Some may not be able to see well. So when they are giving instruction, maybe on drugs, they've not seen it well, so they go and then interchange whatever they are seeing, or in the house they can't even take the drugs as prescribed. And some too, you know, when you are aging, they complain of back pain, my joints, waist pain, and a whole lot. It affects the bones as well, and some may even go to the extent like fall, sustaining a fracture, and a whole lot. So we need to assist them around, because when they go to the hospital alone like that, some of the hospital, like they are asked to do some rounds, go to the lab, go to the pharmacy, go here and pay. And with this pain, when they go alone like that, it become a worry. And because of that, some that are booked for appointment or review, they see it as a burden, so they will not go, because they just picture the stress that they have gone through. So they decide to sit at home, and then their condition begins to deteriorate. So
Right.
that's why we need to assist them. And as they age, like diabetes come in, depression, somebody become isolated, that not feel belonging, and like person become depressed. And one important aspect is some people experience dementia, like forgetfulness, they can't remember anything, and they begin to behave like kids and a whole lot. And sometimes we come to worry, my mother, my father, why you are growing now, why are you behaving like a child? And we will get angry with them. It's a medical condition.
Okay.
When we realize such a happening in anybody, let's assist them and seek for the right medical attention, that they can be diagnosed. As we go with them, we tend to learn what is wrong with them, so we can assist them to recover very early, because we know care, love, and attention given to a sick person also aid in their recovery process. Because somebody who is sick and is sitting down thinking, nobody is there for me, the thought and the thinking alone, the anxiety, also contribute to the healing and the recovery process. That is why we need to go with them.
All right. Okay, so me apenya sala egbe ma anye mi afe enyame de la la ve mi afe enu fiala edi be ya na wata wando mi agbonyu ta egbe mi le nu fo nku da le mi akpede ameyiwo wochi eyovanye amegbelewo pepede mete ngava yi na otututu de wo fechichi ikeva hia dolele kucheche vovo kokove mi nya be chichi va kpele nu vovo enu sese enu kpokpo ji obete wote on didina ke ele gbogblom be el ameyo tongbe onye bo wo la fe menami alo fo menami a ehia mi afe alo dodo vevie to onye bo gbo de koji ava hodo yoyo ava kpo dokita la be gade wo mea wo mea de o hea de megbe la be no kpo ale ike wo va to fumele koji nyicho hafi o tengere dokita gbo amerike mele heda si asime na o amerike mekpede wo wa zoni zozo na o wa e wo na ebe wunde diva vana ejide ale wofo bo magaji abe yiwa yi de kojo yike va na bo fe lamese gava gbojo na de jiwu ale yike wo ano eye wonya me yiko no vado afide over no no wom abedevi obenenye bo ojo sigba maganye nu yike atede miaji fun ke bo yi mama yi wo hia be mia agawa pepede hun alo ana pepede hun vava to be waten ano lamese mele mia gbo ta wo ma mechichi a wo me de hachocho wa metome chope bla adevo atomba sede bla andrevo enea yo wenye hachocho gbantre ko hwesebe yo gbojo mele wo me fun eye cho bla andrevo ene ko ide bla enyivo ene yo che gbojo a ye wenye akpa velia ka akpa tonle we hocho bla enyivo ne ko yi yo wenye ame chichi hachocho wa me ton yi wo le ko hia miaƒe kpekpeɖeŋu le miaƒe ƒomewo me kpakple miaƒe aƒemeta wode dzesi abe dɔwɔƒe be nye fuɖename eya ta wokɔ etanya da ɖe anyi ŋdi abe woakɔ aɖo ŋku akɔ fia nu mi ale yi ke mia awɔ alɔdodo na miaƒe ame tsitsiwo yiwo le miaƒe aƒewo me.
Okay. Just to give one scenario,
Okay.
like I encountered with one old lady who went to hospital A before visiting our facility. I know when she was going, she didn't take her drugs along, so she was given the same drugs.
Okay.
So she went home combining both because we know the packaging from the pharmaceutical
Companies.
yeah, different. So she thought they are different drugs. So she has been combining them. And one that she was asked to take in the evening, she ends up taking it in the morning because it's a bit drowsy. So she came with the complaint that when she take the drug, it's like she's fainting.
Okay.
And she's becoming weak because she's now taking like overdose,
Yeah.
two combined drugs. So that is why like this topic is very, very important. As
Yeah.
I've said, that the aged, that doesn't mean that somebody who is there, somebody can be there but like is enlightened, is fit and can go alone. Somebody can even be like 40, 30 years, but that is the person is vulnerable.
Okay.
So we need to go with them because we need to weigh the advantage of assisting them, get the right medical attention so that it will limit their complication, and then lessen the burden on we the caretakers as well, than leaving them, and when conditions and everything worsen, we also suffer as the individual will also suffer. So we need to go. And then when I take the effect, let's say most of the people like the market women and things, because your mother is there, you are thinking of your work, so we don't even care when they are back. We don't even ask them when you went, how did it end? What are the drugs that you have been given? And you know, some people are old and their caretakers are far away. So they sometimes send them a token for feeding. But when they go to the hospital, use that money to either buy some drugs, run some labs, and they are left with nothing. But because they can't tell you, they go home and now like the rest of the month they are going to live to their faith as to how they will feed is not there. But when we go with them, we will know the importance and their medical needs, and we will try to assist them in that regard. Some too are big cancer that don't eat this, don't eat that, but those people, they don't cook by themselves. It's a whole family meal. So if they come and even tell you, do not take it serious. But when we go with them, and we also hear from the doctors, who will assist them. So if they say somebody shouldn't take much salt, but maybe the family like that, and every day you are preparing that, the person might be taking his or her drug, but you could see that like there's no recovery, there's no improvement, because it's not only the drugs that help in our recovery, other factors come to play. So when we go with them, we'll be able to assist some, like as I've said earlier, the prescription, when you are giving the dosage and things, some will even forget that I need to take my drug. Because you went with them, you know that they say take this drug 3 times or 2 times. When the time is up, you remind the person to take it, and the quantity and the very type of drug some need to eat. So when you go, they know, this time around let me adjust my cooking. Maybe you eat very late, but the person needs to take drugs, so you have to adjust it to the person's need. And as I've said, when we don't go with them, it's going to rather put financial pressure on us. Why am I saying this? Because somebody that have deteriorated, maybe the person was able to walk around small, so you may just cook and leave the food with the person as you go about your routine works. But now that you have neglected the person, and now the person have become like paralyzed, or is now at one place, you have to be carrying this person along to the washroom, to the bath and everything, and it's going to put physical pressure and on you, because you also start feeling bodily pain and a whole
Maybe
lot.
stress.
The money too, you have to now either employ somebody who will be taking care of that person, and the work that you have neglected, that is why you could not take care of the person. Now you may spend days in the hospital to take care of that person, or may not be able to go on time because you have to do everything for that person before you leave the house, and then it brings psychological trauma to you, because you also be thinking, because it's taking a toll on your health as well. So like that's why we need to really take this topic very, very serious.
All right. It's okay. So, hey, ko ga kokpe denu a ye kwenye be nenye be chichi ga vala alebele kemi egbleg bambe ote o jenu wo agbugba jenu wa be devia ngongolo be che te o egi ademe e atai wo hia be nenye be wo yi de kon jisigba ele ba mede ne no wonu no be atike yi no be mega do you a ele se ga ke de ya pe nu ngongolo be ta ton ba ngolo be no va pe mega ke wa me yi ke le nu a aton adonku nenem mofa fia oji alo nu chocho ike ne hocho dokita gbo a azode ji ne bepe haya ne wa azode ngogbe ke ega de jesi habe amedo atan ho abepe bla ene jivon ne moga ko nya me yo nya me gbole wo hia na pepere nu mi me ga gbolo be wo menye mama lo togbe ota mi ma adenu me na agben lo gbo mi amedo che mi afe do we be mi mele mi ajila ogbo eye gako emi eduodawo okoko wa wo wunti do ne wo joale a ahia be nenye be pe koji nkeke do a atawan do nkuji nelo alo no gbo abia gbe eyi de koji de obele atike ka ewo now ele obene na nwe egade ezan pete alo mezan pete okule susu be ne wo yi konji sigbe no a azan egade ha oche anyabo wozanga eye kpɔtɔ si akɔde atɛwọn aga kɔkpɛ ɖe ŋuti na ta lekeleke miaƒe dɔwo woxɔ miaƒe ɣeyiɣiwo hã ele na mi be ame gbɔdzɔ yiwo le miaƒe aƒewo me wonye ame tsitsiwo womenye ame tsitsi fu gake wonye ame gbɔdzɔ mewoa ehia be mia ale fɔ ɖe woƒe lãmesẽ ŋuti ada ame ɖe ɖe wo gbɔ elabe nenye be dɔlélia va te ɖe wo dzi ele wo ƒu anyia eganye agba le wo via dzi lo alo enɔvia alo yometɔ dzi elabe sɔfie egbɔna me dzigbe woanɔ kɔm da ɖe fi anɔ ke wɔne vɔ nenye be ɖe le fɔ ɖe nua ya ŋutɔ ate nɔ ema wɔm na ŋutɔ ɖokui wo hã ate ŋu kpɔ wo agbedɔ gbɔ hafi eya ta wode dzesi bena mi ame yiwo katã ko wɔfa yo yometɔ yo etɔwo yo nɔwo yo ekpɔ be ŋutete megale eya ma ŋuti wòa akpɔ ɖokui gbɔ vevie ŋutɔ le kɔdzi ƒe nyawo gbɔ ba atike ɖewo ɖe womagava yina no ge fũu wòa ava nye overdose ava gblẽ nu le wo ŋuti oa ehia be miaɖe ame ɖewo ne ɣeyiɣi mele wo ŋutɔ asi o yewo nye nu yiwo ŋu wolé ŋku ɖo eye wokpɔ be nye fuɖeɖe wode ɖe yaƒã dzi ŋdia bene wòa aɖo dua dzi agbɔ loo akpe na mi.
Thank you.
All right, so we are called Ekosede Afi. We have nyasela amain komi esecho home municipal hospital. Enye la mesendo la have no roots. Aminatu. Anyin kade ye no mi agbo. Cho iva ha efi anu kude ele mi ano mi afa agbo le la mese no no me viento le efe yame. Da ya ha mi kokokpe echoto. Mi aga today jene maulo echo. Thank you for coming and thank you for educating us.
Thank you.
Have a
too.
lovely day.
Same.
happenings around the issue that brought us to where we are, where we had the notification from the Ghana Water Company Limited, who have that report coming through the very soon. It's still the 7th day of January 2025, the day of swearing in of the president-elect and the vice president-elect, and it's also a constitutional day. So when you are home, you are relaxing, and some of us are still at post. Uh, they're outgone, or no, now it's not go, it's outgone. The former president, Nana Dodako Akufo-Addo, maybe you should be thanking him that he has made it possible for you to stay home. Yesterday we were awake. Oh, here I am now. My eyes are very heavy. We were keeping awake. We were watching. You go and you come back. You go and you come back. So we are here with you and we'll share a few things with you. So yesterday my colleague, the light went together with the director for PURC, the Public Utility Regulatory Commission's director for water and OT, Mr. Philip Agbasudo. He was with us here briefly. Fima Wonami Segomalebe from here. Alo ye do ta de beve headworks. Kakedo kwebi abato fiya hey miape nyajojo do wala de ka hekboledo. Anna min chocho le edogbo. Ale ike wo yi heva kpodo. Last week Thursday, ya egbeda si heva na duko pete be echi megboga echi mate wanga do de kuhi de kave dokta no ka tutu enye kuhi a ya metenchi na mio echo de kapa pe mi sebe mo ike akọ echi akọkọ na eda mo a eya untie kuhi de ka eve hado kudo. Yesterday after work we went to the Ghana Water Company Limited, that's the regional office. Mr. Bonemi will get the directors or the managers to speak to. So they say they don't have manager, they have management. Managers also, so they call them management. So my single na America auto. Yeah, will be you egede a dogbo. Tahemi ya na minya be PR management, so they are still on break. You make bochu a Christmas break or PR department che ole break ga care management ole peve e choma ona minyabo ole peve le dogbo ele kulem de edon no tita me you ana mi no chocho ike mi gere woji a mi mete on va tu ole do pe a me ho no chocho de kelo ga ke no chocho peve headworks ever hey ke PRC director Peter Philip Agbasudo he polonya jojo do wala wo de wi be no je ye yo me ne o che no ava kpo edo ale ike nu kole eji ma fi ma mi ho no cho regional production manager engineer Ransford Amo ni Jan gbo eya wonu medede na mi kude nu yiwo wo dia to me wole wo won vovovo kude emo wo nti hafi nenem wona yawo over yeji ke Apeto Philip Agbasudo a American director na PRC la muganu to mkwakolo wotia ha epo nanya jojo do walao akude nu chocho ike wo ho le do popo vo wuntia mi asegbeda sima mi ase Apeto alo engineer Ransford Amoha Fegbeda si ike gave us a detailed happenings of Ofe Dowawao.
Yo abale ke mo fungi chole wo efema emu ajo tetia magbele problem never kwe alole nenye be mi rofo hu ala atanso ale ku Ghana Water to no ko be repair works is going on ga ka fi mi to mi fa da sha bi do mani mi po be mi tututu enjoy enye nwe ke da maji place be mi kata mi tro ire ehu mi anya ke gboko emi ala nenye be edumavio obiami ekwa echifenya enyenya ike elevevie le kpore ma be fifi la ifia mi de vieux skutoge echoba wala enurala echikafu tongwi we gano zaza afia no akono mo me afimi na popleke nekpo western region pe central region fa fiaro oglebe cholera do en fifi ade echimano ni a enyi ike esese itame glonga ke thank God be emi va fia production manager Mr. Amo enami assurance be echo ikeva ya yo odovo fi gake mete sorejo gake gba yopo error yo dejeshe yo ga gbugbo kake mi akata yo ta ma jijiola yo ovo ta mi anu mo po ne up to aroyin efie mega ton po be de mi asenya anwara ne be mi o ovo ko me carriage be production na je gomane echinava o play for gologio ta edumevio lokomiaga ahwe ademanu na manu egba etoroma kpora be enyanwi kemia ahocho Ghana water to gbo kaka imi to abale kemi to me kpudo na mi kata mi kpe be engineer so sugbo legbegbo do ha o wo emi eva marekeme alogbo do won le do mo me sha me fe do fo ojebo ko production manager ha no era fuma headwest manager ha me sha ma o edo ojebo ko o mta ni akpo shim vada shine nke kafe enu egba.
All right, that egba ma yenye echo ivai eye hafi echo kekecha wunwa vava ona no chocho mi be echie wo vui gake no me de kai cho regional production manager gbo engineer Ransford Amo Nijan delight our manami
yo tami don dina nya selopite ta cho hemi do pevela hemi phone play regional manager kenye Mr. Ransford Amua enaminya be dollar yo wevo echo ndi mega ke yo po be disalignment devata yo gbugbo dismantle ndi siale ya wo gbugbo be ne yo realign ta mi ga bianu cho yo chinambe yo me face any limitations alo problems deke hadeko ta enaminya be stations are 3 pumps early gake wa meve e develop fort ta de ka kwele do wogbo de ka kenichela AI breakdown ta ya yo le fixing vo enaminya be pompe menye nuko nye achoko ayi ava flow da order yi with certain specification che ne duela so be wa manufacture ya fi ava deliver ki ka take long time ta ya na ta wa meve ki mi hele standby la egblengbo ta de kaku ya zan yole ta na be kaka echoki heba ibe 5 la yuwa vo yuwa wuchi vo mina ega na minya be I take time no we vola take time like some few hours afi chiava do mi agbo maybe ya na tache meta no mi agbo choki va yota mi no egbe alo echo kuda po be mi asenya nyu de na.
Well, I'm gonna have a chi as of yesterday. I'm gonna have a chi. This morning I'm going to so depending on where you are already. Minya be mi amedo ya pangbo minyo mi agbojira nkeke to megbe ave wa vanyo na mi avado mi agba ba mo fe container so le empty kaka wa feel for here so so achara do mi agbota so yesterday zam amero po chi fe dodo ndike cha medo po ma mesia meyo abele ke delight bulede a ho dey jesi be menye do kwa wo do vola ko chi aje dodo aso fi chi ava ajemo chopeve ale atoa na no so kaka va do amogbo wa kuvo nume de yo ten yeji enami eza ta yenye ma echo iva ya fogayo ebe ablo aforo na dukobe mi afe mo pete gbele me bi esebe ne o pete gbele de kemi eka wa meton pete gbele kemi eka le chi e kom na mi mi da pede mo be engineer de me be nyatefe wa meton kwele mi asi eve ya le obsolete ya mega value gake yo na yo fe ta to wonya menye be de yo me na nchocho wo yo at the regional level there yo me po development nya ogbo yo to konye be ne yo angolo agbanle doda headquarters ta yo wo yo to sunu ke yi mechanic be egamanu anye anye kuhi be umete won le afo hedem de akpama won ake gbetetere je nye be emo de menya si e me ko le wo cho yi vai now obe do ne specifications ana ale inedi ololo me wo pepe me wo titre me ko wa awa pe wa va wonu a manufacture ava wa vopete afa wa gbo aga zo mo gbo aga va do gbo da po be mo legbe ade ya mo ozona ta wa be ya wa nye nuclear nu yi o tai mi afa mo mi me po do now for more ya wa e cho be calculations do cho do ji over 30 years over 30 years ya mo ya ode so over 30 years ya ko mi do mo ya mi do e ko me va do pon lo alo chenya mi le gbogbolo mi na du ko gake at least we heard from the production manager ena mi nya be ko gbeda sina PRO be na wa no chocho nam gafofo yi de gafofo yento no fu ma fe abe PR ya de commercial manager hodore PR tefe davie mele nchocho na mi o davie ro ko va wa gobojo na mi ko ya gojochi ke me do beto he na feto semevo wisdom Elagbagbaje accommodating all the things they put on the platform. I don't know whether she's afraid and she's hiding. Anyway, so yanye nuchocho eyike eyejike enami ganya chebe edode. Menya be de yo menya be more are developed fault okay bon some 4 weeks ago. Yae yote unde jesi ne nemnu yae yo no nuchocho nam management kode unti ake meba jiji okwa. Yai wova egbalen epo nu kodo pe maintenance system unche be maintenance you want a periodic maintenance calendar le you see major ones will take na place every 3 months you are strip pumps opete access we akobe kuhikai ekude wo wunti ta yo wenye enya iwo wo hedego nami echo ebe yodu onkuji na gento be emo de ka pe ko ga poto de miasi tane wa no kulem de enwu awasi totro iwe hia be o meve iwo ya over le fifi ewo gblen ne wa adole wo le mi aton akpo mo ameton ano echi edam na mi be chi waton ado mi agbo ta mi afa nya selao yo wenye nya iwo cho egbeta no be nya cho fine do na futo medami ta ya nye do ikegbe the light ede echo ivai tachi ene menya medo gbo echo ndike ne gben keke cha medo gbo de oya gboji fun ava dokwe ele ike ko do emo wa azomo gede apava echi azomo chokpeve
ken na minya chebe ni micha ne Mondays ne chi dona na we Mondays every Mondays ano nye ba we Tuesday la Monday kemila we maga kpochu ta ga next Monday afi akpochi
I don't know. Leave that one. Because I don't know how many people will call right now and say, you water company then follow now. Monday toya de dena Tuesday toya de dena you just be there. I don't know say that I made a willow home back for Java truto. Not what I be but it's bad. It's bad. With explanation given, you have notified headquarters at the regional level. Now we understand that you meton the gagane keko wo nenem doma o if you like what paint ya paint for anyway, but that's just by the way. If boy I mean have no choice, so I can't speak to that. All right, so this is what we have, the information available. Economy of Kenya. Do you have anything else to tell us? When you went there, how was the place like?
Oh, engineer is all a door left him because on a minya chebe Monday chokivaya. You memlan you there door water.
Oh, don't. Okay. Ta anya bewa wo do vo choivaya fega ko be shaft ekpo kuhire wo le be
ta oga gbogbo de afiga
kaka no pete hegbugbo gawo. All right, mi da pe na mi afe engineers you no dogbo ekpo do kaka miaga akpo echi ke wa den keke yo chi me dona mi ofe fele mi afa water bill so ma
the question for the gods.
All right, thank God is the question for the gods, so we'll not have any discussion around that. Thank you, Delight.
Thank you.
We'll continue, and then agede akpa bubuo na miafe wona Echo Ivai came here tekpele jedodo vovovo o heaven so we are continuing. The team is back. Frank Abo and Perry are all here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we?
Fine, and great. Just the issue of the water is still there.
If you don't have just that, the day will not end.
Yeah.
You're always having a if clause. A clause is always
yes, that is the main issue right now. Did you
Oh yes, even Sunday, Saturday, the weekend, the kaka, it was terrible.
Serious.
Echo kake de say the akpo has I have a jerry can le back. I'm a le moto play
Yes.
jerry can. Every Sunday morning he came me via so I'm all le
I mean,
moto
that
with
fear-
looking for.
there are people who are saying, but yeah, you believe, well, Ghana what can orchestrate this situation for some people to make money.
Oh. Like oh.
That is to give job to the borehole drillers. Tafifila, I was having a borehole in ya, tapetame bufifila. And
Is
it's very expensive.
Okay. Even if that would be, I don't know how this would be an orchestration anyway, but even that, now a drill, a borehole, it's forever, right?
Yes, but
That if a benefit today, angle bello, because the time will come, the money you use now.
Even now to even come with a cost because you are going to use electricity to
Ghana water and then the borehole,
borehole is permanent, but Ghana water right now you can't trust
it. I mean, all this. The reason why it's orchestration is they have refused to do maintenance. When talk about narration and who about order no specification leon kakaka our travel how many years have you ever do me agbo. So all these years ometon decide ben you are order no that you SMA. That's why they say it's an orchestration. They say it's intentional orchestration.
But I don't know, man, buddy. Do my guy you wako?
Okay, so be the way.
Unless one told you,
okay, so be the way. Hall, I don't call be the color wawa. Be the way. Mine, water bill, hello. Nka color wawa. I mean, kito no cheesan color pure sache water. I'm not sure they are doing it for free. Some are using.
When we pay, it doesn't end here. Ebuboga ye de ngogbe and then ngogbe olebe newa bobe emo yo agji kochi nami apemia se mi a hechifia yo mele emo nyagbokpo ta fifie de regional to mi aga cover da danalo
opete
but any feel blame am ya queen regional cause regional la mi agbon no so maybe ne fault adeva mi anta mi ata maybe account ideally me no gavide them then me de gamma.
I'm not sure they are
like
the
in case of
allow them to do that.
The whole thing is
they will generate maybe funds like one nyanu you work or what enko po yo po megbo.
I've told myself for million. If you are the regional boss, we have deputy. We have accountant, big man, accountant. We actually have assistant to it. They have auditors. So all these people are at work and the PRO and we have district managers. OPT, they are all at work and none of them open reports, open pressure, meton trigger board chairman of Ghana Water or even the minister. This thing is here. So please quickly help us repair this. Help us order for this thing. So how do we classify you?
Maybe you should play his
by this time
you hear his own
by this
voice.
time we should be clapping for them for what? Yeah, see,
because he said they have reminded them on the risks involved that we were running only on one machine.
You just saying it right now is easier. What shows that they have been telling them? What shows that they have been writing out?
You want them to come out with the letters they've been writing?
That means an open choir. It means an open choir. So whatever is happening right now, every blame, Kafra in quotes, every insult, we put it on them.
So the explanation is not enough. You have a message that says, which kind of excuses are this from Ghana Water?
Yes.
Are the machines that expensive that they can't change all of them?
That is it.
They should procure new machines for quality of service. After all, we are paying for the service they are rendering us. We are in 21st century, for God's sake. Thank you for your message.
Yes.
Your name was not added.
Then the annoying thing, you know that our housing system has changed now.
Yeah.
We have single room self-contained. I'm a for the home. Chamber House of Content. I'm saying no for a home. Can you imagine? So at the end of the day, we are going to be don't forget cholera shouting allergy, and we find ourselves in this situation. So every blame, every insult, we put it on them. They are not at work. Let's assume they are not at work. American Ghana
Engineer Ransford, you may not think out the because I think one day we should go back to him. Now, if they're back from the break, we'll go back and then have a one-on-one interaction with him. They are still on break.
They are on break, and this thing is happening.
But he went to site. PRO is not around. The PRO that according to him, maybe I should play his audio. But he not, but that's the PRO.
Oh,
then not me I informed.
It's so problem is solver. We are in crisis right now. We want action, not speeches. All these things are charade.
Anyway, all right. So we have 3 pumping machines.
And
how many years every omega tenole edowanyo the capec kehesu so the miasi. How many days? Last week Thursday up to yesterday Monday. How many days came? Hechi medonami amido bobuelo. Imagine this lasting for a month.
Can you imagine? I'm open to what we are I'm open to can you imagine? I make it so no hey, me tongue at the door because I'm watch you. If you meet back, put okay, the fifi fly. We will talk a forehead both here, a forehead butam, oh, it's mele already. How does it go with you?
Well, you will never be okay because water is something. But the call must be a machine or over 30 from 1993 till now. Chejo, I'm a better 50 GVO around the age of 32. I'm a GV.
Yes.
So why do we want to say a moyo whole cho febla and ton college over sene 50 kwa? Me got a book. These machines are customized machines. They come with specifications. You need to order. It needs to be manufactured and then delivered.
I know your story, my table. That time it's a story. You don't have to buy that thing. Okay, even if it is, me hold that if me no wa dona mi. Ole dowa, ole fetu nawe. Why are they not delivering?
Ayo, akpe. Well, the demonstration they say is still looming. Menya leke nyava chifia chiele dodo waga yijia. I mean okpora. Maybe it should be a reminder that new machines so when you make more no fuangelo ne make more no va dead nami elabe o matan wa yela mi anku kwa no gbobe a machine that can serve ameka.
Can you imagine?
It's very bad.
And the funny thing is that look ni abele ko gblefia you were oga da shilo versus amesha me blash da kon quel l'état ne ema ga gblan ko ga gbon na excuse bubu are frame get nicely aga push the down ya for ema la fuma maybe
to
who knows for years
you have calendar you strip na pump we access we
to add to Paris
taya you tell them just be the fault deva ya you na head benonya head fifi elan lodo afenu ke vale jojo
yo megbo me say bele no vuchi ke fifi re echonde gagbojo agro echie mi echo agara mi esku agro echie mi
megalera mamolo
aha ekwea enyawe he so we are I'm just praying bende ke mega joko
all right mega joko benye fifi o ela more machines can fail you at any time. So if they can fail you at any time, measures can put in place.
It is not, I'm sure it is not a situation whereby you know that this machine can fail me and you have not prepared for it. This one they know. Why are they not preparing for it?
Sure, that's what I'm asking. But if you know you are dealing with machines, they can fail you at any time. Even these ones are not new machines. These are old machines. 3 decades still counting machines. I bet we are calling for the the constitution to be reviewed, like outlive usefulness. Same constitution
for the kaji.
That it means that machines like Ghana Water needs to back up. All right, so at this point, then we now have, we want us to know the list of MPs we have. We also want to know the voter MPs we have. Are there some new faces? I think we have about 6 of them joining.
Yes.
We would also look at who are those people. And we have a MMD, SC, so Enya, which had no zonde, so which of it that is ready, let's have them.
Okay, so Bernard Ahiafo and Andrew Isiama elected as deputy speakers.
Yeah, we had that yesterday when Dr. Bele was around. You Onamise Gomabe Bernard Ahiafo, honorable.
Yes.
No Jembe, but he was specific anyway. That is going to be the first. An independent would be the second. But a line of global, either the independent and low NPP, if only they are able to lobby well.
The thing is, probably the majority in parliament have a more say. So this
ACMI is no more an independent.
Yes, it's no more. He now runs on the ticket of MPP.
MPP.
So it's difficult for the majority to give him the second deputy. You see, those positions are Okonana more on tactical grounds.
The second deputy.
Yes, Okonana more tactical grounds in a sense. But when you are sitting in as first, are not disadvantage way. When it comes to voting.
The majority, and then we choose because
yes. So and you look at my call and no me particular I realize that maybe they are grooming Ahiafo as to become speaker one day. See when you make one work him.
Okay.
Yes.
And the same I also saw it as at least he was there for 4 years.
4 years.
So
like the
chairman we saw last night, clerk to parliament, the acting clerk to parliament.
Oh, but seriously, I have a lot of issues concerning that. Members of parliament, elects, seriously, they need to carve that scope for this clerk, whether acting or substantive. They should accord him a lot of respect. So you see the difference the moment speaker appear, see the atmosphere. But when he is there, my minority leader was on his feet.
His demeanor all show that maybe he's not certain with what he was doing.
That is
when someone is speaking, he's like, he was giving out some gestures.
Yes.
He could have just been there and observed.
They only do it once in 4 years. So that constant practice is not there. So no pressure heavy where you see them. Last 4 years you see the former
men who
but you see last 4 years you see the former clerk, the way he was sweating, trying to struggling with words to it's a whole lot of things. Yes. But serious members of parliament should look at that. They should accord them with a lot of
respect. They need to work on themselves. These are people we call honorable people.
Yes.
Because of them, a job got their extra security measures with me. And the people we called honorable, the people we went to queue for, Hekopa and Nawelo, Omega Jibe, what happened in the 8th parliament? And they got court.
It will not happen.
Security, so measures, so not to me. And also one thing, I'm not sure that can happen anyway. Okay, no where video. I like a work project body now no new. And then they are all dealing with law.
Yes.
And when someone quotes this law, I quote the Bible is in place so that even in the Bible we do it. Because they could defend Nadel. Like the point is, it's so clear that Mega Hiana Banta de ko. But
Okay.
you see someone saying you are not a lawyer. I am a lawyer. Even if you are not a lawyer, the moment you are there with the lawyers, what they are doing, let's say elecpo, so it automatically becomes part of you.
Yes.
You don't do this, and you want to come in, I intimidate them because you are
You
not
see,
this.
the issue of you are not a lawyer, you are a lawyer. Then
We should parade all the lawyers
to go there. Yes.
Then if you are not a lawyer, why are you going to
lawyer, you become intimidated. And the word
yes,
intimidation.
because even last parliament, no Josa. I'm pass comments, they are not lawyers. So they don't know what they are talking about.
Can you imagine? Menu. And the word intimidation, the young total plant there the chamber amelefuma is just not proper. So NDC group they feel like, oh, we are majority, big time majority. So can you imagine minority speaker is former majority leader is on his feet speaking, and Mutala is also on his feet talking.
This is the abuse of majority.
It's just bad.
The experts are crying for that. Atanwava John, and you call American Yam as a speaker called Vola Adefo. Because when the secondment time at Jeheva, Penyo Markins was supposed to second.
Yes.
I think I be preliminary.
Some litigations.
And then he said he's aware, blah blah blah. If you have see, he knows what is there. God, before I second I want to put a few things across, and he did it.
So I
am a but I saw Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dapamakbo. If he's not ready to second, I will second.
Yes.
Second.
You see, a lot of them are not aware of the new Hansard. They say the new Hansard is you can only stand up and second without any remarks. But the former one, you can give a remarks before you second. So Afenwa King is trying to employ the former one. You see, so the parliamentary cities and or let me say proceedings are there. It comes with a lot of changes which a lot of them are not aware. Maybe as one speaker I want of attention, draw them more, they can.
Okay.
And as Edem Agbana said, they are there to learn, and he is eager to learn. Can you imagine? He say,
I understand that
debate.
It will be difficult for the backbenchers the first time, especially since their government is empowered to learn. Because checks Megan on our own, as in when they are in opposition.
Yes.
When they are in opposition, because they are eager to learn.
Yes.
So we will pray that all the backbenchers. I also heard yesterday with the new standing orders.
Yes.
The last Friday of every month is dedicated to them. Beno and floor of Parliament Apono. So me no monitor the last Friday.
And I'm always against that thing called backbenchers. So it is not my thing. An honorable stand for election comes to Parliament and says he's a backbencher, so sit at the back. What happens to the knowledge, the brain, the fine brain he exhibited to his constituents? After voting. So to me, they should take away that thing called backbenchers. I'm telling you, there are some brainy ones at the place they are referring to as backbench. Some fine brains are there who even speak and make nice contribution than the people at the front.
Yeah, I saw our honorable and the coffee photos when the roll call was ongoing. He was at the back I saw him at the back there. Okay, that's nice. Let's continue, Perry.
Yeah, so Ghana's 9th parliament officially inaugurated.
Yes.
So the 9th parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana has been officially inaugurated, marking the commencement of a new legislative section. So this historic event took place in the early hours of Tuesday, January 7th, 2025 at the Parliament House in Accra, following the dissolution of the 8th Parliament at midnight there. Yeah.
You see, the most beautiful thing about the whole ceremony is how, to me, it went peacefully. And I was I was even considering the dignitaries who are there. See, they are there to learn from us.
Yeah.
But me, what about oversight on you that they were there, but we couldn't. They were real though. They were trying to. They were being real.
A lot of people were
being real.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is who we are.
So seriously, we should do the honorable people should do the honorable thing.
It's easier to
ask. When you're an honorable person, like you serve as a role model to someone,
yes,
or someone may aspire to be like you.
That is why somebody took an airplane from his country to come based on invitation or at will to come and witness it. And when we were introducing the people, I had some are speakers of their parliament, so they came purposely to come and observe, come and learn. So why do they mud the whole situation by people?
Was that muddy?
But the way they are throwing words
but
around.
I think this year's own or today's own was really peaceful as compared to the 8th parliament.
Yes.
What happened where
Apart
we saw snatching of ballot boxes?
Okay, so when we take the snatching of the ballot boxes out and the military coming in, when we take it out, what other thing?
The heckling and the clapping and co to say.
That one, let's say it's part of it, so you can take it out.
That was a hoot.
It's part of it, so you can take it out.
The hoot at the minority, but the majority hoot at the minority.
It is.
They were hooting at them. But after they sang their parties anthem.
You see, the whole thing is. As they are there, everybody want to make a mark. Everybody wants to say something to
be heard, to be seen, to be recognized,
be relevant. At least give that platform to the people to make their points, make their noise briefly, and sit down. Don't be. You see, the moment the heckling is coming in, it's giving out different signal. So I just don't like that.
So did you see from the proceedings, early hours of the day? Did you see that, forming quorum is going to be easy for both sides?
Well, seriously,
was that exhibited?
I didn't join the show early. Yes, but what I see, forming quorum will not be a problem. Seriously. But well, it's early days yet. Let's see what happens, because there are people who are chronic absentees of the house.
Did I hear someone's name? I think someone was absent. The name was mentioned more than I didn't see the person.
Or maybe it might be I call. So do I ever call?
Because you might not.
Yes.
It's not
If you heard speaker that if you are outside and you are not, you remain what? MP elect. So come and sit down.
Anyway, we still have more to share with you.
Yes.
Any other there? Or we start doing the list of.
Well, let me take you to Graphic Online. So Agbambagui retained as Speaker of the 9th Parliament, and seriously, we're looking at the records. Charlie, the man spent 4 years. He spent 36 years. Is 36 or
43 years?
No, in Parliament.
In Parliament.
In Parliament.
Yeah.
36 years in Parliament. So,
Parliament school no throughout.
Yeah. Really?
Parliament school no. So that is why some people will say he's one of the people he can enroll or tap from. That if anyone, they are grooming anyone to be the next speaker. I never remember no teterenu pa na wasro and they will leg bone. Many they say and that's
honestly, I'm actually looking at Haruna to be the first deputy speaker, but I don't know why. Decide they are not capable, because in all I actually Gakobe is one of the most experienced person with the law at hand. Only God knows whatever they are doing.
Oh, those are party decisions.
Yes.
All right. So that is the speaker for you. Echoemia jepe unsi nya ehehale. Edidi alegwe.
Nanya view.
Nenya wodokwa wa lay that I now. Gbaregbe kekedava o lagbe mileklen. Mi ano klen kaka wasede eyi keme gberekako. enya make not a vovo one vovo tepe 7 so many committees minority leader majority leader like eto dodua mede dodua de nukaka havade speakership that enya made ike I'm sure this is going to be his last one. No work if I'm sure this will be his last one.
Last one.
And then
Amedeche
Ava ke the experiences yan thought de chobe experience do le si ke yi Ghana cho yi fe do fe yo pete he self la ya ko mo pete cover ekpolonji ako award e bia bene wa Adam Egbena acceptance speech a whole natural. Yeah, me penya the work. I like it was
very short.
Yes, I was
very,
expecting like paragraphs upon paragraphs, but it ended somewhere.
I was happy. It was like say the only speaker that was able to handle a difficult parliament. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know that. To me, that parliament, I don't know is difficult until he said it.
So the developer for Biana, dealing with. On to check what I do a few bete eba no mozo. No, betai hena do ho and all of that. Okay. If he me make his back, his feet on his toes, and we wish him strength, wisdom, to carry on and finish hard.
All I want for I'm against him to be the speaker. Me, that's my position. That's my opinion. That's my position.
With all the experiences, you want him to wear
it's not about experiences. It's about I am envisaging the future. Do you understand? I'm looking at what will happen in the near future, and all this, I just want him to do. I just want him to hold the same cane. Like adored in the 8th Parliament. We want to see him the same way. He shouldn't veer off. He shouldn't decide to go with anger because parliamentarians can be very annoying
I am
sometimes.
hopeful of the belief that he can do that. He can be able to.
Yes.
Because when he was taking the oath, he realized when he got to without fear or favor, he was stressing
it
on it. I was smiling. So I'm believing that indeed. This 9th parliament so when you go on your knees, you remember the 9th parliament.
Seriously, I am. It's my case study for the next 4 years.
Even though you are against him, you still have your case study. You see human being.
We are going to studying him in all the angles, and possibly we'll learn 1 or 2 good things, and the force will also pick that one.
I don't know why the experts are saying that the 8th parliament, the hang parliament, brought us so many good. Like me as the citizens outside, eyoko hemiva kpona, begli dodo yoko miva kpona, yako enami feel be.
The reason, okay, let me cite my side of the story. What I've observed, the 8th parliament, what is good about it is it's not every bill that went through. I think so far it's only 32 bills that has been passed. And in the past where majority is so wide, you see them passing 100 bills, 100 plus bills, and make more video. By this particular 8th parliament, it's only 32 bills that have been passed, and you see the other ones that have gotten me, and the most the tax waiver which didn't go through. Tax waiver, and
and the Supreme Court.
And you have 11 bill. When they send it first, it was turned down. It was thrown out. They have to send it back to go and work on it. We have people passing underground, and you could see. I heard commentaries and I read things around, and they said in passing some of those bills, maybe Ghana must go via Parliament House.
Let's leave those ones.
So at the point in time, they have to sack all the media houses from the chamber.
Well, those times, at the committee level, they agree. They accept.
Yes.
I can over chamber.
Chamber,
Kweva Zoo, the usual rhetorics, the noise.
People will
for us to see them that you melon at the end of the day, still we've not gotten the businessman. Kaka, this government has aspired. Businessman.
But seriously, our former president Akufo-Addo is good at overlooking some of those things. And now, look for that businessman for me. So that you know a lot of things happen and he overlook them. He pretend as if he doesn't see. Seriously.
All right, so we in the from your colonial era kaka vasene 50, I think we've had 15 speakers.
Speakers, yes.
We've had 15.
I can just recall from 1992. Is it 1992? I don't know whether I remember that Peter Alajete.
1951, 1954.
So they are 13.
Oh, okay.
They are 13, right? Okay. Because I'm over 2 terms.
Yes.
They are 13. From 1951 to date,
seriously, the ones of her, the latest was the Yamato Akanayo, okay. The rest, the older ones,
So, in the year 1951, in March to December 1957, we saw Sir Emmanuel Charles Quist. He was the first Speaker of Parliament. He was the first Speaker of Parliament.
First one.
Yeah, Sir Emmanuel Charles Quist.
Okay.
He was the first. Then the second was Honorable Justice Augustus Akwiwumi from February 1958 to June 1960. The third was Honorable Joseph Richard Asiedu, July 1960 to June 1965.
So let's get it. We have the Gold Coast era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those who served under the Legislative Council of the Gold Coast era. That's the Sir Emmanuel Charles Quist.
Yeah.
Then we have the National Assembly of the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
At that time, that's where we had the Sir Emmanuel Charles Quist again. Mm-hmm. All right. So that would say 2 terms there for him. All right.
Yeah. So
then coming down to a Parliament of Ghana.
Yeah. So another oblique, we saw Honorable Justice Daniel Francis Annan from 7th January 1993 to 6th January 2001. I also saw Honorable Peter Allah Ajete from 7th January 2001 to 6th January 2005.
The alleged father of Yvonne Elsie, right?
Then I also saw Honorable Ebenezer Bergina Sechi Hughes from 7th January 2005 to 6th of January 2009.
Sechi Hughes.
Yeah.
That's January 2005, January to January 2009. That's under the 4th Republic.
Yeah. I also saw Honorable Justice Joyce Adeline Bamford Addo from 7th January 2009 to 6th January 2013.
So that's
the first female, and she remains the first and the last
only
for now. Under the
4th Republic.
The 4th Republic, the 5th Parliament.
That's where Professor Mills came into, and she decided to introduce a lady.
Yeah.
So we also saw Honorable Edward Du Ajahu.
Odala.
Yes.
From January 2013 to January 2017.
Still under the 4th Republic, the 6th Parliament.
Yeah. I also saw Honorable Professor Aaron Mike Okwe from 7th January 2017 to 6th of January 2021. And the speaker,
Honorable he was incumbent as of when they updated this. Now he is the speaker.
So from January 2021 to
Parliament.
So
now.
So you realize that ever since Makekwe came in, they started touching the constitution. They started triggering some of the clauses in the constitution. The most important one is the vacant cities or dismissal of members of Parliament.
Those who went for independent.
Yes. So akpon pete fimia akpobe if a lawyer, a practicing member of parliament, I'm in the parliament and the person is a renowned lawyer, he occupy position la akpobe or revoke na or invoke na part of the constitution. Keke na be miga siendo me nu ye do me. Sigbe me wakpono. So I'm looking out for the second term of Bagbin to see nkanye ikawaga dole fimiche.
He wrote some reforms. You still
Yeah,
want him to
a
bring
lot of
you still want him to
reforms,
bring
right?
more. If only there is a need for more, he should bring on more.
So currently in parliament, right, you see minority chairing some of the committees, which is not the case in the past.
Orders.
Yes,
the new committees you will formula. That this minority will be chairing like if yes. Your open number, so we don't know how we are going to balance it. But they say they have a slogan: touch one, touch all. So if anybody is going to use oral, I could chase one or get up open bedroom, then they will not allow people to rest. I don't know what they are thinking, or else we will be getting to people's bedroom. So they say touch one, touch all. Yeah, you
clean. Why should you be worried about
and they even developing a slogan: touch one, touch all. Anyway, so we have the current speaker being the longest serving member of Parliament. He deserves an award, right?
Yes.
The
honor of voter.
Menyame, whether President Mahama would also organize a deal. He deserves an award. All right. So preparations of the program will soon start. Nenyebe arrival of the citizens have already arrived. The Independence Square or the swearing ground. Ike dress new amokwanyi no ho, and there we can see first aid around. Security is tight, and I'm a melewo do fe ike obene wa ano. If you are home watching or you are in a car listening to us, we're just trying to paint a picture of how the place is at the moment. Days away. Memekpo yo hado alotent o memekpo yo hado gake the spectator stands where I'm sure people started joining even 3 p.m. 3 a.m.
3 a.m. I had some people. Some people are there. As at 3, I'm all and preparing to.
Because
and I was
you can't
like,
get up again.
How possible?
But I don't know.
See, honestly, oh no. I mean, I don't want people to carry this in so much that few months to kind of be getting disappointed. And honestly, I mean, some people
allow, please. This one.
Seriously, people travel far.
Yes.
To come.
Charlie, you take pictures, you keep it, and then you show it to your children that
you were there once.
Yeah. And then and don't do me. Boga yameva de mevakaba pachi anyi me molofi me fon tutu ablution me lechi nto yakome no anyi because me jema kpon no si anu pele nyonku abele koko 6 match oko drova mi anto me fe afo me mi kpo pele nku ene.
You see some of these things, amemo pete hiva, I am sure they came in their pocket and they are going back in their pocket, not taxpayers' money. That is my only worry.
The spectators.
Yes.
Oh, they'll come. They are. You believe that what bars are made cover?
Yes.
Even that one is possible.
That is my worry. Egaviki also saw the Kevye Bedi. Miaga kodo funami waga kopele ndudu na wa dule fimia.
Those that will be under the spectators stand. Ni mehwesebe wa bars wo. But
amocho wale pete vado. Amocho nyankpala.
Well, if an MP from a constituency be yakwa matonko over witness,
I think that's how it's supposed to be. At least 5. I mean, some dedicate 5 or 4. Oh, Jerunyeme. But in this
constituency executives, though,
Vado. And seriously, and
well, let's leave them.
And
let's leave them to enjoy it for today. And I contact Budru Jemi Abua contact below. All right. So now the office of the president, that's John Dramani Mahama. Yesterday, a president-elect makes appointment to the office of the president.
Yes.
Amedo Fenko Hedego. We have 7 people here. Nkawe Wonye Chawoti Albenewa Award. Do you have the release there?
So Julius Debra, Chief of Staff.
Let's have the full detail on the release. Then the name follows.
Just read the letter.
Okay, so President-elect makes appointment to the office of the president. The President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has made the following appointment to the office of the president. Julius Debra, that's the first Chief of Staff. And the second is Dr. Callistus Mahama, Executive Secretary to the President. Prosper Douglas Bani, Head of Interim Security Task Force. Dr. Valerie Seya, Senior Presidential Advisor, Governmental Affairs. Augustus Goshi Tano, Presidential Guzi Tano, Presidential Advisor, responsible for the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development. Marietta Ajewa Bri, legal counsel to the President of Ghana.
Yeah.
Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, spokesperson to the President. So these are the these appointments.
Butchering the people's their name.
So yes. in all this,